No, there's a reason it's loud. Because when I turn on the video, if it's low, you'll hear a lot of scratchiness from the speakers and Wi-Fi. So we've talked about groupthink and the practice of groupthink, or that groupthink is a practice of making decisions as a group in a way that discourages creativity or individual responsibility. All right. Think herd mentality, doing what everybody else does just because that's what they're doing. Right. We talked yesterday about the Pledge of Allegiance and why you guys do that. Now, as we go through this, as we watch these clips, I want you to start thinking about, like, really opening your mind and thinking about why you do some of the things you do. Because these are questions you don't normally ask yourself. Like, why do you wear a certain pair of shoes? Raise your hand if you own a pair of Air Force One. Raise your hand if with those Air Force Ones you own a crease protector, whatever it's called. Crease card. Well, you know, you get $500 t-shirt, so I imagine, you just like. The surprising part is you guys wear the same size. All right, did I show you guys this video yesterday? Yeah. Okay, good.
Yes. L-S-C-E-O.
What? L-S-T what?
That's how you spell red.
What color is the carrot?
I think it's brown.
You've never seen them? It's a carrot.
I haven't seen Beetlejuice in about 20 plus years.
No.
All right, so you didn't watch this one though?
No.
Okay. No.
Yeah, where you get them? That guy.
So can I ask a question? There were how many people in front of her?
10.
So it's 10 people in front of her, right? 9, 10 people? As they walked in there for their eye appointments and nobody came out, that
They
didn't.
went through the back.
Okay, I've had a lot of medical stuff done. I've never just gone out the back door. You always come in and go out because you got to stop at the front desk to check out. Did you enjoy your service today, sir? Well, here's your stuff, and sign this bill, gift, blah blah blah.
That's not bigger place. It's just a small.
I'm just saying, I didn't see. I'm saying people disappear in the door and no one ever comes out.
Here to explain what's going on in their brains.
Well, she's probably figuring like all those people that went in before her. They're probably. No, come on, man, we're recording, bro. What are you doing? Well, but I would ask myself the question: where'd all those people to go, and why is it taking so long for me to get back there?
Pennsylvania.
This sort of internalized socialized, but it can also cause us to develop bad habits or being past laws.
And it's why even this rebel wasn't standing for any of this nonsense. He eventually joined the ranks.
Okay. So, why is it embarrassing? So let me ask you a question: who honestly would have stood up?
Probably. I can see this video though.
Well, obviously after seeing the video, right? But a majority of you in the room would have stood up, and it's not necessarily because you're followers. It's because there is a genetic predisposition. Yes, there's a genetic predisposition to following the herd. Survival. Throughout our entire history as humans, there has been strength in numbers. You want to live, stay with the group. When we go off to hunt, don't go off on your own. Does that make sense?
Right, somebody would have died anyway. If I wasn't in the army today, that's all.
I would have been.
Yes, you would, John.
All right, so take a look at this meme. All right, my third cousin on my mama's side, Morpheus. Yeah, the Matrix. You've never seen the Matrix? Get out.
I don't like is the audio.
They do that on purpose. It's dramatic effect. But so you've been manipulated and brainwashed by the media as a form of groupthink, right? So ask yourself these questions, right? As we look at these next couple of clips. Is groupthink a bad thing? If so, why? What are some current examples of groupthink in society? There's plenty of those. Go ahead. Huh? Okay. No, I can see that. I can see racism in and of itself as a form of groupthink. Okay, I can see that too. Most people don't. McLean and then Adam.
Middle schoolers and how they grow up in this kind of jail. Because I actually know like why you do it. It's like, oh, it's like this.
Okay. Adam?
When you're, maybe not just family necessarily, but when you're growing up, a lot of people like grow around like the family beliefs, the friends thing, family beliefs.
Okay. What about social media? All right, so this next clip we're going to take a look at, ladies and gentlemen, is a trailer. It's not an actual movie. It's a trailer to a documentary on HBO.
Mainstream media is operating in a propaganda-rich environment. There is an intentional deception on one side, and there is an honest, perfect process of trying to get as near the truth as we can on the other.
People are actually confusing real and fake news, especially if they see it online.
The first example of Pizzagate is on a Reddit post. People become convinced that Count Pizza is like this child rape dungeon.
Somebody walking into a DC pizzeria with a rifle and firing it off.
My staff go table to table, telling each table that they need to go. The customers are like, "Oh no, we're here to support you. You don't even understand. There's a guy here with a gun." It's like they had a rented mob Soros bus here.
How do you know that?
I just saw it out the window.
There's no evidence to suggest that it's a Soros mob bus.
Taking goes and tweets it.
Are we trending? That's the real question. It's just creating fake news.
We didn't try to use fake news. It's become a tool of war. And there are terrible negative potential consequences. But so what? That's what I say.
Challenging what is knowable is a fundamental way to ensure that you and I can't ever compromise on anything.
The next thing we know, there is nothing about this democracy that is real.
Again, if your parents will allow you to do so, I would encourage you guys to sit down and watch that documentary. Very eye-opening as far as the news and the things that you see on TV and what's real versus what's not, okay? Now, this next video clip, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have Netflix? Okay, then you can definitely watch this on Netflix. It's about social media and the way it can manipulate you. The social dilemma.
When you go to Google and type in climate change.
So basically what was said there was, we're sitting down on Facebook. Well, I'm sorry, not you guys, it's Facebook. It's for old people, right? But when you're sitting down on Instagram, what else? TikTok?
No.
Reddit? All right, so when you guys are sitting down on all these things, you are, by an unseen hand, being manipulated. Your thinking is being steered down a specific road or path that benefits somebody else. It's not necessarily your decision making. All right, the final video we're going to take a look at is social media conspiracy theories. This guy is French, so give him a second.
Messages to reach anyone for the best price.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so remember those questions that we asked at the top before we started watching the video? Now that you've watched it, really, okay, I'll remind you. So, is groupthink a bad thing? And if so, why? What are some current examples of groupthink in society? And why is groupthink so prevalent? Prevalent. Yeah. Common. All right, so here's what's gonna happen, all right? You will answer those 3 questions via discussion board, all right? You will answer those 3 questions via discussion board due Monday by 11:59. Explain and support your answers using the videos and any real life examples that you might have. And then you will respond to 2 peers, okay? Now, obviously, the more peers you respond to, the more points you get. That makes sense? I would, if all you respond to is 2 peers, then that's fine. But it's always in your best interest to respond to more. That makes sense? Any questions? Yes. So, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, all right. What's the question, Robin? All right, so if there are no questions, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get out of that. That's terrible.